Hey guys, welcome to Anewyoricanthing Kitchen. I'm Suzette. Today we're going to do Yucca Escabeche. Okay, it is a great side dish if you're going to a picnic, if you want a little side dish. So it is going to be yuca. These are the ingredients. You need yuca, which I use frozen. We're going to do 1.5 pounds. That's the bag I bought. You need white onion. Now some people like the red onion, which is really nice because it gives it a nice pop of color. But today we're going to do the white onion. You can substitute with the red if you prefer. At least 3 cloves of garlic. You're going to need some olive oil and a 1/4 cup of vinegar, more or less, because this is, as always, it's to your liking and to your taste buds. So the first thing we're going to do is we have to cook the yuca. So you're going to start boiling water, okay? So yuca is also called, in English, cassava, okay? It's in the same family as potato. So it's a carbohydrate, very high in carbs, by the way, not as low as potatoes. So we're going to start by boiling this. So let's get started. So I have my yuca boiling, okay? So while that's cooking, we can move on to the next step, which is the onions. So let's cut the onions and then we're going to fry them. So while that's cooking, we can start the next step. So what you want to do is you want to cut the onion in rings and you want it to be thin. You don't want them to be thick pieces. So I'm just going to cut it in half like this. This is, again, like I said, this is the white onion. The red onion works great as well. You can do that if you prefer. Plus it does look pretty, like if you're taking it to a barbecue or something like that. It looks so vibrant with the red. So you see how I'm just cutting it thin. Now we're only doing 1.5 pounds of the yuca. So you don't need that much onion, but it is onion based, so you want to have enough onions to have that taste. So just go ahead and cut it nice and thin in round circles. They are not to be chopped, okay? So just continue cutting that until you get a nice amount. I'm probably gonna do this whole onion because the whole point of this is the onion. Besides the yuca, it's the flavor of the onion. And like I said, guys, this is just a great side alternative to the potato salad. This is just gonna be awesome. And it's vegan friendly. It is vegetarian friendly. So yeah, okay guys, so as the yuca is still cooking, you can see that it's not quite ready. It needs to be soft, just like a potato, okay? So, and see how the white is in there? That is not ready. So you wanna make sure, just like your potato, that it's gonna be soft. So in the meantime, while that's still boiling, we can definitely move on to cooking the onions. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, or you can use vegetable oil as well. So we're gonna do about 2 tablespoons, that's it. Because really this is vinegar based. So the olive oil, or your oil, is going to be cooking your onions. Okay, so we're gonna wait for that. When you're cooking your onions, you want them to become translucent. They are not to be browned or anything like that. Okay, you're just gonna cook them. And you're also going to need, I put about 2 cloves of garlic. So I got my little garlic press, my handy dandy tool. And I just throw that in there for additional flavor because you know how we love our garlic. Also guys, when you're making this, you wanna put your yuca in a glass bowl, okay? Only because you have the flavors, the vinegar and everything. If you put it like in an aluminum pan, it just, the flavor can get off. And this is something that you eat cold. So you want to definitely make it. It's going to marinate for a few hours and it's going to be even better. Okay, so you just want to put your onions in here. Okay, you're going to shred them up. See how thin they are, guys? That's how you want that. Okay, this is all my onions that I cut up, which I cut up that whole onion. Now I like a lot of onions. You can use less, you know, this is to your liking. But I do like it to be a lot of onions in there. So that's up to you guys. So you want to cook this down till the onion becomes translucent. And you're just gonna cook that up. It smells so good, guys. The onion smell, I love it. You don't want to burn your onions. That is not the point of this. You just want them to be kind of translucent. Okay, in the meantime, I am going to add my garlic. I have the handy dandy garlic press, which I love. Just gonna add that in there. Just the flavor, guys. Now this is awesome because really it's a quick meal. It's a quick side dish. So you can make this with on my food truck. I make this with fried pork, always a popular item. So you could do some fried pork chops as, you know, that with a little side of this. Amazing. You can, you know, make your rice with this. So this is pretty much how I want my onions to look. Okay. Now comes the vinegar. I'm using a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. Okay. And you're going to add that to this mixture, and it's going to smell, you know, very vinegary, which is good. Now you may need to add more vinegar because this is something that you need to taste. If you wanted to have more of that taste of vinegar, you add a little bit more vinegar, and you could do it afterwards, which is, you know, the beauty of this. You can definitely add it after you've put everything together, and you're like, you know what, I want it a little bit more vinegary, you know, that taste, which is always good. So you're just gonna cook that down a little bit, not long, so the vinegar could get into your onions. Okay, see how that looks? The onions look, they're getting soft, and the vinegar is just kind of simmering in there. Okay, I'm looking at my yuca. Look at that, it's getting soft. Yes, it is. In the meantime, I'm going to turn this off because we're completely done with that. And I'm going to set it to the side and wait for my yuca to be ready. Okay, guys, so the yuca is soft and ready. Okay, so what I did was I drained it and I rinsed it with some cold water. Okay, I have my glass bowl, which we need. And when you are cooking yuca, there is, which let's find it, here we go. So there is like this really hard, almost like a stalky kind of thing in the middle of yuca. You want to remove that, and you just want to cut your yuca into, you know, nice sized pieces. Put it in your glass bowl. Okay, and if you see, here's another one. See that little, it's actually pretty hard. It feels like a vein or something. I don't even know. So there's pieces in there, and you want to take that out because that's really not fun to bite into. So you just want to cut it up, nice chunky pieces. Throw it in your glass bowl. Again, we have another one here, so I'm just going to take it out. See how soft it is? Just going to throw that in there. Just continue cutting your yuca. Make sure you don't have that stalk in there. So I cut up all the yuca. Nice little pieces. And now you're going to take your onion and you're going to pour that on top. Now, it seems to me, because I was eyeballing it, that green stuff is garlic, so no fear. So we're going to add that all in, but I think it needs more vinegar. But like I said, this is to your liking and to your taste. So you can mix this up, and remember, use a glass bowl, guys. I'm just going to mix that up, and it's probably going to need a little bit more vinegar, which is fine. You can add it right now because you're really going to set this to the side and let it cool down and let all the flavors marinate. It's a really simple, easy meal or side dish that is quite delicious. I put another splash of vinegar because this is my liking. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Not much, because the vinegar is all you really need. Just gonna mix this up. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge and let it cool down a little bit. But before I do that, I must taste it. Guys, I promise you, this is delicious. Until next time, guys, happy cooking!